So, what is a typical day like working from home for somebody who works from home from their own business, creating their own online courses, templates, or products, digital products? So, I went from working in the dental office full time, and I've always loved dental for sure. But I quickly became burnt out and I was tired. I would be working from 9 to 6, sometimes 8 to 6, sometimes even 8 to 7. It was never the type of job where I could work 9 to 5 and be done at 4:30 because I was able to get out a little bit earlier. It just never worked that way. So that's a very long day. And sure, I might work 8 to 6, but I have to get up and get ready at least an hour before that, if not sooner, depending on how far I had to travel. I did work in a couple different dental offices. So, depending on where the dental offices were, it could have been 10 minutes away or it could have been half an hour away sometimes. So I'd be getting up even earlier to get ready for the day. And quite often I would not be getting a lunch. And that would be the hardest part for me is I'd be working so hard, I'd be so tired, but then I couldn't even get a lunch. I couldn't even sit down to eat properly. And then I had to do it all again the next day. But that's what life was like working at the dental office. I loved my job, but I was tired all the time. So I had switched out and decided to do my own thing working from home. Just a quick little backstory, I had been doing my own thing since I was 19. And then, of course, I did start working in a dental office, but I always had my own tutoring company since the age of 19, where I was tutoring dental hygiene and dental assisting students. And then I expanded onto that. But after working in the dental office for a number of years, I decided I wanted a change. I didn't feel like I could completely quit the dental office because I was making great money, but I soon did because I was making even better money working from home for myself. So, what does a typical day look like for me now? So, as an example, I tend to start my day at 10 a.m. I usually wake up around 7, 7:30, and that's me not setting an alarm. That's just me when my body wants to wake up. And that's really a nice thing to just wake up, not have to set an alarm. It could be 6 a.m., it could be 7 a.m., it could be 9 a.m. But you're waking up when your body wants to wake up, which I personally feel is very important, but not all of us get that luxury. I feel like it truly is a luxury. We need our sleep, but if we have to get up and do things, get up and start the day going to work into an office, it's a little hard to wake up when you want to. But I will start the day at 10 a.m. And I mean, I'm going to come down to my office 10 a.m. and get started. Every single morning at 10 a.m., what I do is I quickly go on my walking pad. So I like to do that first thing in the morning because that's me getting my steps in, being healthy, maintaining health. And if I don't do it first thing in the morning, I tend to forget about it, or I get too tired at the end of the day because I've been looking at a screen or recording videos where I don't always have the best of intentions at the end of the day. At the end of the day, I do like to go for a walk around the neighborhood, but again, that doesn't always happen. It depends on what else is happening, what else is going on. So I will always go on my walking pad at 10 a.m. Now, I am able to do other things while I'm on my walking pad. So this is when I typically check my emails and I'm going to respond to any student messages. So with all of my courses, I do all of my courses through Podia, that's Podia, and there's a chat box within Podia. There's our own email system where every member who has signed up for any courses with me or templates, they can message me through that. So I'm going to open that up right away and I'm going to respond to those messages, see if anybody needs any help with anything, see if they have any questions. It's kind of how I keep in touch with everybody because when somebody signs up for a course with me, it's not that they're never going to hear from me at all. It's not that they're not going to know who I am. I reach out to every single person, and depending on what course you have signed up for, I'm going to hold you accountable. I'm going to probably follow up with you at least every week and say, how are you doing? How is your individual studying going inside the course? I didn't see you at our live class. Did you have any questions? Did you need anything? So that just takes quick typing where I do all of that in the morning. So I'm not the type of person to check my emails throughout the day simply because I could be stuck at my computer checking emails every hour and always have something to respond to. I'm very very busy. I get a lot of students, I have a lot of courses. So I check my emails and respond to emails in the morning and then also at the end of the day. So that way I'm not missing anything important. But that's kind of what my morning looks like. So I am on the walking pad for at least a half an hour, getting my steps in and then checking emails. And then what am I doing next? So this truly does depend on the day and what I have going on. Let's say I'm teaching a live class that night. I'm going to make sure that I prep for that live class. Do I need to work up any study sheets? Do I need to find any images to show students? Do I need to do anything to prepare for that live class? So I'm going to do that next. And then typically, what I do is I like to record at least two videos every day. Maybe not every day, but I do really try to keep up with it because I have the bad habit of being like, okay, I have two videos to do for my dental receptionist course. I have one video to do for my VIP dental assisting course. I have two videos to do for my Andrea online coaching course. So that's a lot of videos in one day. It might not seem like a lot, but when you're talking to a camera and each video is about 10 minutes long, again, it doesn't seem like too long. It might be an hour in total, but that's a lot of talking. And they're not just boring videos where I'm talking like this, I'm all monotone. No, I'm talking, I'm teaching, I'm getting people excited. So you tend to get very tired, or maybe it's just my age, but I find for me, I do a lot better when I have two videos to do a day, and that's good for me. But I could absolutely do six videos, seven videos all day long, no problem. But I definitely notice the qualities in my videos where they're just not as good if I try to do too many at one time. So that's me planning out kind of what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a couple videos every day. I tend to just write down in like my Google Documents sort of what I have to get done. And I just sort of do it and take it that way. The nice thing is, though, if I don't get something done, I just put it off until the next day because I'm my own boss, my own business. I can do that. But I always make sure to do the things that need to be done, such as answering emails and stuff first, because I don't want to keep students waiting. But what about course creation? How does that work? Sometimes I'm in the middle of working on a course or creating a new course. So that could involve doing some research online. That could involve checking out other like Instagram profile accounts to kind of see what they're up to, what is their audience responding to. And then I go, this would be a good topic for my YouTube channel, and I can put a different spin on it. So there's always lots of research involved. Like I'd say, even probably an hour every single day where I'm doing research of what is my next course going to be? What are people looking at right now? What are people interested in? And this could be anywhere from any of my dental assisting or dental hygiene tutoring, any of my online coaching, because I have kind of several different businesses and I separate them to kind of decide, okay, what am I doing next in my teeth whitening business? What am I doing next with my dental hygiene tutoring? What am I doing next in my mobile dental hygiene business? Because I still have my own dental hygiene business where I go into patients' homes and clean their teeth. I do that a couple times a week, usually three times a week, sometimes more if it's like a busy season. But I love it because I do it on my own terms. It's not like I'm in the dental office working 9 to 6, which is actually 8 to 7 and not getting a lunch. So everything's on my own terms. But it is very important, even if you're working from home, having your own business, to have a structure. A lot of people think we just kind of wake up with messy hair, we're wearing sweatpants, we're answering emails and clicking through Canva, doing some designing, scrolling through social media, and that's it. No, we definitely have to have a structure because if I didn't have a structure, I wouldn't be making money. I could talk all day online, but you're not making money if you're not giving people what they want. And that brings me to my next point. A little chunk of my day is definitely spent posting on social media. Now, I've talked about this before if you've seen any of my other videos, but I don't plan to plan out things too much. I used to try to plan out social media a week in advance, maybe even a month in advance sometimes, but I find I just don't work that way. I like to post the day of. If I'm working on my dental reception course, I'm going to post about that because I'm currently working on it. What I used to do is I would just save up a bunch of videos. So take a bunch of like short term videos where I'm like talking to it. I would save those. And then I would save pictures of all the courses that I'm working on and then post them throughout the week. But what I realized was I'm just saving a bunch of videos and pictures that I never actually ended up using. So it's better for me to just do it the day of, see what I'm working on, see what I want to talk about, and talk about it. And what I base a lot of my content on is questions that people have, messages that people send me. As an example, teeth whitening and tooth gem training is very popular right now, but it's probably because I've been talking about it. I've been advertising. I've been showing people that I'm teeth whitening people's teeth, and I train other people how to do it too. So I absolutely notice when I'm talking about something, that is when I get the questions. That is when people are interested. Even if I had that same tooth gem training course on sale half off last month, maybe one person buy or two people purchased. Well, now that I'm talking about it, it's not on sale, but I had five people purchase that course within 2 days and it's not on sale. So it's definitely important to be talking about courses that you want to push, that you want to promote, because remember, you've created those courses because you have something to say and something to teach. And with me, I make it even harder on myself because I have a lot of courses. You should check out my tutoring website at dental.com. You'll see a number of courses, and it's probably even overwhelming to you with all of the courses that I have for dental hygiene students, dental assisting students, and dental professionals. But I do that because people buy all of those courses. These things are what people want. And then for my Andrea online coaching, as an example, I just have a couple different courses depending on somebody's price point. Do they want to create a course in one weekend and be a part of a mini course, but I still offer you step by steps how to create a course in one weekend? Or somebody else who might say, okay, I am very serious about this. I want to make $20,000 next month extra. I'm going to hire you like individually to coach me one on one because I need the help step by step. I don't have time to listen to your course. I just want to talk to you, ask you questions, and then you help me that way. So there's different courses that I do offer. And I do that because that is what people need and that is what people want. And these are the questions that people had. So my typical day working from home again starts at 10 a.m. And it really depends on kind of what I have going on, but it involves checking emails, posting on social media, doing some research to see what other people are posting, but also doing some research to see what's the next study guide that I'm going to create. What is the next video course that I'm going to create? Or what is the next video that I'm going to create for YouTube? What are people talking about? I need to get in on that so I'm 10 steps ahead. Or so I'm talking what somebody else is talking about, but offering my own spin on it. But then also course creation and then finishing up courses, creating a title page, creating a website, creating study guide documents in Canva, creating main headers for my website. This can take hours. And my day typically ends at 4, admittedly, because that's when I tend to get hungry. So that's when I kind of stop the day, but sometimes I'm going to eat dinner and then go back and finish up down to my office after that. But it's because I truly love my job so much. And that course that I'm working on, people want it. The sooner I have it published and ready to go, the sooner I can make some extra money. So the extra hour that I put in after dinner was totally worth it. So much better than working in a dental office 8 to 6, not getting a lunch, coming home exhausted, and then having to do it all again the next day. Imagine if you clocked into your office at home at 10 a.m. and you stopped at 4 p.m. You could easily prep dinner, have everything ready to go. You could even prep in the afternoon over your lunch break because you work from home. You're going to your kitchen doing the prep. So, why not, right? I have 3 dogs. They love it when I'm home because I can let them out. I can play with them. They can see me literally all day long. In fact, they're just over there having a little nap. So everybody's happier and I'm happier because I can have a much more flexible schedule and I truly do make more money selling courses than I could ever make at the dental office, putting in so many more hours. It's truly amazing what social media has done for us, both good and bad, but it's absolutely helped me and my courses, and I wanted to help all of you too. So picture yourself with that kind of life, working from home. You can start when you want to start, 10 a.m. You can take off at 3 p.m. to pick up the kids from school, make dinner, prep dinner, whatever, but you can have a more flexible schedule. It truly is amazing. And working from home in your own business, it's very easy to structure things. So you're always moving forward. You're always getting things done because once you create one course, you're going to see that it wasn't so bad and you're helping so many people, making so much money. There's always more to create, more to help people with. And once you have people who trust you, people who follow you, they're interested in what you have to sell. They are interested in your lifestyle. They're going to want other courses. So the more you create, the more money you make. So you just have to basically structure your days so you're doing all of that, but you're not feeling burnt out. You're not feeling overworked. You're doing a great job creating and making money. So I hope this helped to inspire a lot of you. Please let me know if any questions. Thank you for watching and good luck starting your own business. And I'll see you guys in the next one.